Mahyam Dadati Swapadanti. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasati Gaurabha Vrinda Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, please. Those were the two questions. Do you see it happening? If so, how? And yesterday Manohar Gopal Prabhu was saying, right? From what Prabhu said, we have drawn 3 points. He was saying, yeah, he said, yes, it is possible. How? For how, he said, advanced devotee association, pure devotee association, and regularly having the pure devotee association, second point. Third point, and no aparadas. These 3 points Prabhu mentioned. And yes, you all please continue from there. Whatever you feel like. It doesn't have, no answer is right or wrong. Yeah, please go ahead. This is Paraspara, no right or wrong answers. Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Yeah, so before saying anything, Mataji, this bhajan, I have sung so many times, read so many times, but I'll confess I do not understand it. Many things, like each line of it, I feel like, oh, I don't know what that means. But however, whatever little understanding, right or wrong, don't know, I have, I will say that since our acharyas are saying that this is what holy name does, so to answer the first question, that so that means yes, it should be doing that. And not only acharyas saying, I think whatever naam we have been taking so far, whichever way, I think each one of us do see changes in the regard how Krishna is so slowly entering there in our priorities, and the other priorities are how they are slowly going. So there each one of must have experienced that change. So I think, so on these basis of these two, I would say yes, this whatever is described here, it is coming along. Now coming to the second part, that do I see it happening with me, or how do I see, when do I see, those questions. So when I think about that, so and it's all based on what we have recently heard from you, Mataji, that what I feel is that Krishna is there, Krishna is right here, and given to us. Actually, that was very important point which we heard from you recently, that given to us in the form of deity, in the form of nama, in the form of all. I mean, Krishna is with his devotees, so all the devotees around us, and so he's standing here, and we are standing here, and there is in between, as in your words only, there is a cloud of things. He is there. So I think, as couple of things, I would say, as our desire to cross over that cloud, and desire to have that connection with him, connection in a loving sense, not in a jnana sense of knowing, but loving sense, that desire internally, as it progresses. Second thing, how much we prioritize him, because we are standing in this foot on material world. So we have all those things around us, people, situation, And it's going to be like that. But step by step, prioritizing Krishna, not only in the japa, but rest of the day and rest of the dealings. So as we see him in the deity, in the seva, in the nama, and prioritize him as the nama will come to me. It is there. I will experience its presence like that. And as the reflection says that I'm now incapable of seeing anything and anyone. So anything else and anyone else slowly fades down, which is very, very loud right now. Any situation or any person, as we prioritize him, as we prioritize our sadhana also, which is hearing, serving, chanting. So, yeah, that's it, Mataji. That's my understanding.
Very nice. Very nice, Mataji. Very nice. Anybody else, dear devotees? And again, no right or wrong. If you, it's when we speak out like that, then there's a lot more clarification, solidification, reinforcement. Many things happen. But that's nice. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. My pranams to you.
Hare Hare Prabhu. Pranams to you, Prabhu.
So, Mataji, for me, what I am realizing is Krishna is the supreme controller and he is the supreme enjoyer. So, I read this words or sentence so many times, but practically, when it comes to in day out, am I really seeing that actually? I think that's where my main roadblock I feel. Whatever I'm doing, probably because I like it, I'm doing it. I like it because I'm eating it. So it is more like still like my-ness here, not seeing through like he is the supreme enjoyer. I'm here not for my enjoyment. So whatever I do, when I do it as a service to Krishna, even my work or even eating food, like any activity. So I think that's what I realizing recently. Like, okay, what am I really understanding? Am I implementing or trying to at least think through that day in day out whenever I'm doing anything, even during services also, do I really thinking like that at least? So forget about like material things like work or regular things, but even during the services, am I at least having that kind of mood or understanding? And that's something I'm thinking through, Mataji, recently. So just wanted to share that here.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing. So you're introspecting and you are looking to see if you are applying whatever has been heard in all spheres and especially in services also. You are introspecting and and seeing if you're trying to do your best practically. Yes. And does that help your japa?
Yes, Mataji.
Good.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So there is a link between the
Yeah.
other 22 hours and the 2 hours. Yeah.
It is very evident, Mataji, when we voluntarily doing, like putting things off and we doing the japa seriously. that has definitely a positive impact. So, and it is very evident. It is just we need to sit and like introspect. It is very evident, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. Anything else, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna Mataji, my pranams to you.
Hare Hare Prabhu. Pranams to you, Prabhu.
I think Jyotsna and Pranpravat Prabhu said it quite a bit. But looking at this verse itself, the way I understood this was that there is so much attachment and love to the Harinam. It's like your life and soul. It's like a mother is always thinking about a child, and maybe even a sick child. When she's even more active,
Right.
even while sleeping, she has her. So it's like it's so much attachment for the Harinam. That's why I felt the statement truly mad is in that essence. When I read those words, that's how I felt and thought about it.
Yes.
That I'm like nothing else is important to me. That's the only thing that is important for me. So that's my life and soul. That's all I can think of. That's also nothing in the world matters to me other than that. So that's how I felt when I read those lines, Mataji.
Yes, that's beautiful. So is it possible for us, and how it
It is possible, yes. I would say yes. But like Jyotsna said, and Pranpravat Prabhu also said, it's your, I feel your extreme desire to be with that. Of course, the mercy has to also come, but your internal desire is only that. I think it is possible, yes. And like Pranpravat Prabhu was saying, I was just thinking about when he was saying those statements, like when we're doing our things, even like japa, it does not matter. Like if we take, like I think you had said, like if we take a pause and think about it, I think the emotions start to come out, and we just need to we might want to slow down sometimes and think about it while just before we start doing our arti, just slow down and think about that, what we are doing. And similarly on the japa side, for example, we just take a pause that, okay, what is my intent? What's my intention of, or why am I doing this? And a strong faith and belief that Krishna is in the Harinam, and he is there. He is there, even though we may not feel it, see it, whatever we want to say, but he is there. So that strong conviction that Krishna is there. There's no difference in between Harinam and a deity, for example.
Very nice. Very nice, Prabhu. Yeah, pause and then think, who is it that I'm doing for? Why is it that I'm doing for? Who and why? For whom and why? For whom and why? Pause. For whom and why? Yes. Yes, Prabhu. That's very nice. That's very nice. And when you're saying nothing else matters, what is it that matters? Here, according to the bhajan. So, what is it that you're saying that matters, Prabhu? Only this, nothing else? Means, what is that?
It's like, it's almost like crying for Krishna,
Only Krishna matters.
Yeah, nothing
only
else.
When we say only Krishna matters,
and with love, it's with
Right.
It's with a lot of affection and love, you know.
Yeah. Yes. I think that's important point. That's actually a key point. Yeah. Yes. It's you, Krishna, and with love. Yeah. Very
And
nice.
you're doing it for his pleasure, not expecting anything in return. You're just doing it for him.
Yeah. Is there our pleasure in doing so? What about us if we are just doing it for his pleasure?
So I think, like we read in Chaitanya Charitamrita, though that side was more, I how they talk about gopis and Radharani's, where I think it automatically brings, the more we please, the more we want to please kind of situation, where how it had talked about the desire on both sides it keeps expanding, I think. So,
yeah. So there is. So our satisfaction, our pleasure, everything, what we are looking for is automatically met when we are pleasing Krishna lovingly. Right, Prabhu? Is that what you said?
Yes, Mataji. It's like a reflection back on us.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. See, all of you so very nicely saying, thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. So, from you, it's pause. Whom am I doing for? Why am I doing? And nothing else matters, Krishna. It is you and with love. Okay. Thank you.
So, Mataji, one clarification. I don't want to, I have none of those thoughts that way. I'm not there. But
Prabhu, that default statement is there for all of us, even before we say the pranam mantra, Prabhu.
I'm worse than all of you, so I just wanted to put that so that it does not seem that I'm saying something and I am somewhere else.
But this is the beauty, parasparais, when we are hearing from others. It's a wonderful chance to get that reinforced within us too, Prabhu. And this is why we get together. Together, we are pleasing Krishna. We are with Krishna. So the purpose is being met. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you, though. Thank you. And somebody else wanted to say something?
Mataji, what I was going to say is that whenever someone say Krishna Prema or we want it madly or truly, what is it? So for me, I don't know if it is right or wrong. It's like when I think of my son, I don't have to think of about my relation. What should I tell him? What should I feel about him? Even if I'm angry with him, and that is what is called a relation. And I want that with Krishna. So that's what is the want. I don't know if that is Krishna Prema or not, but I think that is what I am looking for. That when I take the name, when I come in front, at least a drop of it, when that some feeling in the heart is there, and that is what I think at the end of it I'm looking for, and out of that feeling I am doing it. And when we do something for our son, I don't see, what is there in it for me. I automatically get it. So
right, exactly, right. Same with Krishna. That's Raga Bhakti. Yeah, we automatically get out of it. So that's Raga Bhakti. That's spontaneous and that's natural. So spontaneous, natural devotion. That's what you're talking about. Yes, Mataji. That's very nice. Spontaneous, natural devotion. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I feel like I'm having a feast hearing from you all. Thank you. Anybody else, dear devotees? It'll be nice to hear from you. We can still the time. We can still the time here so it doesn't move any from here. But please go ahead. Anything from anybody? Okay.
Hare
Any
Krishna,
question?
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Rasapudi Mataji. Please go.
Mataji, when I'm hearing from all of you, I feel like I'm in like just Nitai Guna Prabhuji said like he's in very lower, but I am in lower than everyone, Mataji. It's like these reflections, yes, definitely it's possible. And we are feeling like without this Harinam, without this Krishna, and without doing any of this pure devotee Sangha, we can't even live. We can feel it, but when feeling and doing and analyzing and experiencing is kind of different, Mataji. So every day I feel like, yes, see, from morning hours is different. When we are going in the office, is completely different world. So we are trying our best to apply it, but if we can't even get sometimes no time to verify the messages. And in that time, how we are going to see the Krishna? Where is the Krishna is doing? So in that time, I feel like, okay, instead of coming Krishna, Maya is coming. So Maya is pulling out. So it's the Maya is going faster than the Krishna. So we are trying, and every day is like the challenges. How long we can face these challenges? Without the challenge, we can't even achieve the Krishna. Is that possible, Mataji?
The thing
Is every day?
Yeah, the thing is, especially with our lifestyle, all of us, it depends upon what our lifestyle is. One is if it is a very hectic and demanding schedule the whole day, then there's not a lot of time to even pause or be peaceful. When the time, if the work demands are like that, it is hard to think of Krishna. If the work demands are big and prolonged, hard. So that's very passionate mode of life. And in that case, we just have to look and see where is my balance. So I can step back a little bit. So my day is not this crazy, and I can have a little time here and there. So yeah, that is, I personally feel like that's a necessity. If a day is very highly demanding and crazy, then we may have to strike a balance to see where the day is not so crazy, at least, and have some time to breathe in between and even think what needs to be done. So, slowing down a little bit for steadiness. That is a voluntary decision we all have to make in our own life, wherever that balance hits. The family needs versus steadiness in life. That is one thing, Mataji, because no matter how big my desire is to be steady throughout the day, and then be in sattva, peaceful, pause. Basically, that's what we are looking for. If our day at home or at workplace, when it is as close to the sattva as possible, then the steadiness will come, even in spirituality also. So if any adjustments need to be made accordingly, then we have to see personally if we have to make an adjustment. That is there. And the second thing is, okay, when that has made, then it's just a matter of process of bhakti. Then we will get the result when we do it regularly. So 2-step process. But I definitely understand, and I can say the necessity that we shouldn't be having a crazy day every day at workplace. Is that what a little bit of what you're saying, Rasakrida Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. I mean, actually, it's not only work, Mataji, because maybe I can talk to you in personal, Mataji. It's like
no problem. Yeah.
It's not only I'm not even saying about the work, but outside of the work also I'm seeing kind of like shaking things. So
yeah, then in that case, I mean, just broad categorization and generalization is one is to have a schedule that it is not so crazy close to sattva. That is a kind of it's very helpful and a requisite for any sadhaka. That's one thing. And second thing is, okay, the factors may differ of what triggers most and how to handle that. Those things can be different. Yeah, that can be personal, and those things can be different. How we can be in a sattvic mode with different persons in different situations, that can be different. Yes. And is that what you're talking about? The second category?
Yes, Mataji.
Ganjima. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Having heard that, third point we want to put forward is regarding bhakti. There is nothing to achieve. We have everything. All it will be more perceived, more experienced, more as much as we can get close to sattva. All of us in any given situation, as much as we can practically get closer to sattva, then we will be able to perceive it more. It's just like the law of nature, without slowing down, without pausing, without reflecting, without being tolerant, without being grateful. So without all these sattvic qualities, something that we have been given, we are not able to perceive it because we, let me put it the other way, we will be able to perceive it, perceive the real bhakti when we get as close to sattva as possible in any given situation to the best of our ability. Situations change now and then. We can do a little bit sometimes, a little more sometimes. So all these things can happen, but the principle remains the same. So that's something just wanted to put forward. Anything else? Mataji? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that helps, Mataji.
It does. It should actually. It does, and it should, because these are all like like law of gravity doesn't change. It's just law of gravity. That's all. In the same way, these are all laws. Law of gravity is a physical law. Law of modes are psychological laws. All of us are in that psychological field, and the laws will act the same on everybody. So these are the laws. The law of ignorance, the law of passion, the law of sattva. So, to the best of my ability, as close to sattva as I can get to, I will be able to perceive bhakti better. Yeah, there is nothing to accomplish there. It is already there, but can be perceived better in that setting. Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah. Okay, dear devotees, did we get the best out of it in this 30 minutes? What do you say?
Yes, Mataji.
I think everything that we need to hear kind of came out. I'm just going to mention the highlights of it, and then please see if that's helpful to you. yes, this is possible. These emotions that are mentioned here, these are transcendental emotions. When the heart is so soft, and we have to remember, when we say the heart is so soft, it doesn't mean that the heart is weak. A very soft heart is a very strong heart. We hear these descriptions that pure devotees are, they are as soft as a lotus flower, but they can be as strong as a thunderbolt. Soft hearts are very strong hearts, very strong and powerful hearts, because soft hearts are pure hearts. And there's a lot of strength in purity. So these emotions are coming from that kind of hearts, soft, pure hearts. And so if that is our compass, then we will not go wrong. And we will save a lot of time. Because see, in the prior verse, the ecstatic manifestations were described. Those come, those manifestations, Nayanam Galada Shrudharaya Vadanam Gadgadaruttaya Gira Pulakair Nichitair Vapukada. Those come. Those are manifestations of the soft heart inside. Bharata Maharaj, and Bharata Maharaj's story is so beautifully described. But Bharata Maharaj, in his meditation, he could feel that the heart was liquefied and was forming a pond. And that is melting with the love and forming a pond. And the tears are coming out of his eyes because of the emotions that are generated in that soft heart. So the tears are coming out because the heart is so soft. So soft. So a very soft heart is a pure heart. A hard heart is a heart in ignorance and passion, with many things sitting in there other than Krishna. But one good thing, the greatest hope that we have is, this is a bridge. Sattva is a bridge, dear devotees. This is a saving grace for us. Because from this hard heart, where everything comes out in a reflexive way with no thought, just boom, bad, the defensive mechanism is completely turned on in the lower modes. That's why they're called animalistic propensities, because lower modes, they are predominant in animals. So when human beings also have these lower modes, and this is why Srimad Bhagavatam calls human being also Dvipada Pashu, no difference between animals or animals. If animals or people, if lower modes are predominating in people, it's because the defensive actions are very quick, as in animals, the human beings also. So that defensive actions, they reflect in words, they reflect in thoughts, they reflect in actions. All that is because of the lower modes, passion, like that. And when that's the reality. And the greatest boon is, we are already given Krishna. There is nothing to rush or accomplish, but only to slow down. Sattva. We are rushing now, going in a defensive mode, offensive mode, everything. Passion is like that. Offensive in the thoughts, in the interactions. So that's the reality. Again, as we have just heard, the greatest gift is already given to us. So we just have to simply slow down, be grateful, continue to be grateful, even when we don't want to be grateful. Continue to be grateful, even when we don't see the result, and that is called tolerance. Continue to be grateful, even when we are hurt, and that is called compassion. So when we are voluntarily choosing to go that way, then we will be able to perceive bhakti more. Then we will be able to perceive the qualities of the Lord more, because they are already there. Then our offenses will come down. Then our nama will be niraparada nama. Without our volunteer choice and effort, it's not an automatic thing. But the reason that we want to put that volunteer choice and effort is, Krishna, I want to please you. And this, I want to do it with all affection and love for you. That will make the whole effort very easy and less painful. Yeah. So yes, we have acknowledged that we are in passion, hard-hearted, but Krishna, I want to have a soft heart for you. I want to please you, Krishna. Simple. I want to have a soft heart because that will be pleasing for you, Krishna. So please take me further. And then we will be taken ahead. Once we put the application there to Krishna, it's up to him in whatever modes we are in. He will pick us up. He will pick us up. And then the heart is softened. Then we will be able to appreciate the nama that is given to us, bhakti, seva, devotees, everything. And then the aparadas automatically come down. Niraparada nama lele, pai premadana. Then all these emotions. These are realities of Vishuddha Bhakta that are sung here. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura. So that reality is slowly given to us. And then we treasure it, cherish it as prasad. Yeah, dear devotees, thank you all so much. I think I will pause here. And if there is anything that you want to say. Krishna Nam Dhare Kaitabar.